Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Felicity and I am so very grateful to have you here. Today we will be discussing how to build your self-confidence and self-esteem. So subscribe and hit that little notification bell so you will never miss an update. I look forward for our journey and growing together. All right, let's get straight into it. So although building self-esteem and self-confidence is easier said than done, there are a few things that can really help in just trying to slowly get better and better at creating that confidence in yourself and building your self-esteem. These are a few things that I personally did when I was growing up. I was a little chubby kid and I would get bullied at school. It was not the best scenario. I actually switched schools because of the bullying that I dealt with, but through and through, over time, I started learning that the only person in life that I have is myself, and if I don't treat myself good internally, then who else is going to treat me the way I should be treated? Here are a few things that I did just to help build my self-confidence and self-esteem, and I hope there is some value in here that you can take and apply to yourself and help you too. So the first thing that I have for you guys is to practice self-compassion. So visualize yourself in a scenario where you're with someone that you really love and you treat with all of your heart, all of the kindness and love in your heart. And imagine how you treat them. Think about when they make a mistake or they have a little flaw or that somebody might think is a flaw, but you look at them and you're like, no, you're beautiful for that reason. That's not a flaw, it's just who you are and you love that about them. But you have to think about that and then learn to reflect it back on yourself. So a lot of people look in the mirror and they see themselves and then they criticize themselves because they have an extra little chub here, their nose is a little crooked, like mine is, their lips are a little bit off, they have a weird ear, for example me. Like there's all these different things that you kind of look in the mirror and you start criticizing yourself over, but you find that other people's thoughts of flaws. So for example, like someone else that thinks that their nose is a little crooked or their nose needs to be fixed, but you think of that as a beautiful feature of them because you love and you have that sort of kindness for them. You need to take that mirror and you need to bring it into your head and you have to reflect that kindness and love onto yourself. So any of your flaws, they're actually just beautiful little features, and you have to think about yourself and reflect upon yourself and think, hey, this is what makes me unique. This is what makes me, me. If we all had the same nose or the same ears or the same lips, we would all look the same and there would just be no beauty to the world. And there wouldn't be that uniqueness in every single one of us. So really internalize that love and compassion that you have for other people that you love and learn to slowly reflect it upon yourself. When you're looking in the mirror, instead of criticizing yourself, think, hey, actually that's a beautiful feature of mine and it makes me stand out from the many. So I appreciate that feature. It takes a while and at first you'll feel silly doing it. Don't get me wrong, I did, but over time it builds up. So try it out. Let's get on to the next one. So the next one is you have to identify what you are already strong at. So for example, I love fitness. I am a personal trainer. I love being strong. I'm not the strongest. However, I am strong and I identify that as a strength of mine, and I am so very proud of myself for being able to bench as much as I bench, because 2 years ago, I could barely lift the bar. Being able to squat as much as I squat now, and the range of motion is different. You have to identify those strengths within yourself. Think of those. For example, this is a really great way to do it. Every single morning when you wake up, visualize different strengths that you have. So I would say, I love my hair. It's healthy, it's long, It's exactly how I want it to be. I can curl it, I can style it. I don't know, it's a strength of mine. I love my hair. Another strength of mine is my fitness and my health. I take a lot of supplements. I make sure that my diet's on track. I go to the gym every single day, and that's a strength of mine, is my health and fitness. Whatever you find to be your strength, and don't you say that you don't have any strengths, because every single person has a strength. If it's a feature, if it's the way you treat others, if it's something that you do, something that you're good at, there's definitely something that you're strong in. Just identify it and repeat it back to yourself, and it will build your self-confidence slowly but surely. But I promise you, over time, it'll build your self-confidence, and you'll start realizing more and more things that you're good at, just in general, some strengths of yours. Alrighty, another huge one is set goals that you can actually achieve. So something that you can reach in the short term. For example, I know in my last video I spoke about like my to-do list every day. These are achievable goals on the daily. I set daily achievable goals, monthly achievable goals for finance, things that I want to do, either however many books I want to read or however many videos I want to post on Instagram, whatever the case may be. You have to set goals that are achievable and that you can actually complete, because when you complete them, it, like I said in the last video, it gives you that positive feedback loop where you're gonna get so empowered, and not only is it going to feel good, but then you're gonna have so much energy, and you're like, hey, I was able to do this, I could do it again. And you do it again and again and again, month to month or week to week, whatever your goals and whatever the time you set for them. But just set goals that aren't too far-fetched, because when you don't reach them, then you kind of beat yourself up over it, and when you beat yourself up over it, you get sad, and then you just kind of go in a downward spiral. So let's go in an upward spiral and start building our self-confidence, building those goals that you can actually achieve and do, because when you do them, that makes you feel so much better. And when you feel good about yourself internally, you radiate that good feeling to others too. Even if it's a simple goal like reading 5 pages, whatever that goal is, and you can always scale it too. Set that small goal, see how easy or hard it was to achieve, and then go from there. You can always change them. Goals are not set in stone. You're gonna see yourself change in a matter of no time. So let's get on to the next one. The fourth strategy I have for you guys to help you build that self-confidence and self-esteem is to practice self-care. I know a lot of people that go without washing their face, go a few days without showering, or like not taking care of themselves. It doesn't even have to be like physically washing and hygiene, but going to bed earlier, spending time with themselves, whatever the case may be, taking care of themselves, like going and getting physically fit at the gym, eating healthy, all of those things. It brings you so much more internal joy if you just complete them. Yes, brush your teeth, wash your face every single night. Take care of yourself. You have one body your entire lifetime. Feed it what it needs, take care of it internally and externally, and it'll reflect back on you. Someone who is looking to lose weight, you need to go and exercise a little bit more, eat a little bit healthier, unless you have some sort of disorder which prevents you from losing that weight. But still, just going to the gym, being physically active, feeding yourself properly, giving yourself nutrients, taking your vitamins. Every morning, take your vitamins. I was gonna do a vitamin thing today, but every single morning, take your vitamins. They are crucial. I went a period without taking my vitamins, and I felt like doo-doo. Do not go without taking your vitamins. They are very, very important. Make sure that you don't lack in any sort of nutritional deficiencies, because it'll affect your hormones, it'll affect the way your body works, and then you have no control over, well, you do, but you don't have any ability to control how you're feeling. And that's crucial. It is crucial to be able to understand why you're feeling, how you're feeling, and be able to reflect back on those feelings and control it. This is kind of going off now, but practice self-care hygienically, nutritionally, fitness-wise, anything and everything. Care for yourself. You have one body for your life. Take care of it very well. The very last thing that I have for you is to surround yourself with positivity. I know growing up, I had a lot of friends that would joke about not so good things, to put it out there, some very vile things, to be honest with you. And yes, there's a time and a place for it, and yes, it's sometimes kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie, I used to make them myself. However, in surrounding myself with people that were like that, it mentally messed me up. You can't lie to your brain. You can't lie to your brain whatsoever. So your brain knows exactly whatever you think, however you put it to yourself, all of that fun stuff. This kind of like wraps everything up together too. You can't tell yourself something and not believe it. You have to truly believe it down to your core. When you surround yourself with people that say all these negative things, then your brain thinks negatively, and that's when you start going down that downward spiral, and you'll start thinking those negative things yourself, and you become a negative thing, and then there goes your self-esteem and self-confidence. Bye-bye. Down the drain. Surrounding yourself with positivity and being able to build yourself up and surround yourself with positive people, positive quotes, positive thinkers, watch positive things. Everything plays in a feedback loop to your brain, and your brain, whatever you are watching, whatever you're surrounding yourself with, that's the food for your brain. And if it's negative, it's like feeding yourself donuts, cookies, and not so good things every single day. You're gonna feel like shit. Your brain, if you surround yourself with negative things day in and day out, you're mentally going to feel like shit. Watch positive things. Get up, get moving. Surround yourself with people that are going to build you up rather than break you down, because a support system is so crucial to feeling good. And if you don't have someone that you can think of to support you, be your own support. And I know that's so hard. Being alone is excruciating. Surround yourself with positive things, and you'll start to learn that the world isn't a negative place. There's so much positivity out there. Just be happy, spread smiles. Literally look in the mirror and smile at yourself. I promise it'll make you happy. Smiling actually releases dopamine and makes you feel good. Treat yourself right. Do everything well, and you got this. If you have any questions on anything I said in this video, please comment down below. I will answer as many questions as I possibly can. Thank you so very much for watching. I know I got a little aggressive at the very end. It's just something that I am super passionate about and want everyone to feel happy. Felicity means happiness. I want to spread happiness to the world, and if I can do that by making videos and making content, I will, and I'm going to. So stay tuned for my next video. It'll be coming out next Thursday. Till then, love you all. See you soon.